Hi, State Senator Pamela Althoff here. This is not part of our regular history series. It's kind of a side excursion. We were down here at the State Fair, walking by, saw the Abraham Lincoln National Heritage exhibit, and we decided we needed to stop for a visit and see what it was all about. I have two phenomenal young ladies with me, as well as the individual who is responsible for this entire area. So, may I have your names? Can you introduce yourselves to the camera?
My name is Allie.
I'm Gwen.
I'm Sarah Watson.
And Sarah, tell me what your position is here and why you're here at the State Fair, and we'll get back to the young ladies.
I am the Executive Director of Looking for Lincoln, and we're the coordinating entity for the Abraham Lincoln National Heritage Area. So we are really out here all 10 days of the fair to bring a little bit of history out to the fair, just to share it a little bit with people, to let them know how important history is, how important our heritage is, and in our case, how important our legacy of Abraham Lincoln is.
Absolutely, and we've been talking about that throughout this entire year while we've been visiting other state historic sites. So it was extraordinarily important to be here today at the State Fair and acknowledge the importance of Lincoln to the state of Illinois. Now, ladies, I understand you're here because you also played a very important role in a leadership school. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we went to Illinois College for a week and got to learn about what Lincoln did throughout his life.
And so you learned the leadership skills that Lincoln had and how you can apply that to becoming a future leader.
Yeah.
Anything else that you can add? What was the most fun about that week? What did you learn?
I learned that being a good leader means sticking up for people around you.
Absolutely. So, okay, now if we start and we're going to walk around, where would you point me first? Where should I go first? What's going on here?
I'll sit at a photo booth to get a photo of Abraham Lincoln.
I think that's perfect. So let's go on over to the photo booth. Mr. President, how do you do?
I'm doing just fine.
I'm
thank
State
you. How
Senator
y'all?
Pam Althoff from way up north. They told me the best place to come first was to get our photo with Abe Lincoln. So can we do that?
Yeah, I'd be honored. Thank you.
Oh, all right, we're at the Lincoln photo area. President Lincoln is standing behind us. He's kind of directing. So what item are you going to choose for the photo shoot?
The top hat.
The top hat. Gwen?
Top hat.
Top hat. I'm going to be different, and I'm going to choose the beard. So let's go stand over here next to President Lincoln. We also have been joined by several other volunteers who are obviously dressed in appropriate era garb. So ladies, why don't you come and join us?
1, 2, 3.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, ladies, we're approaching the Coopering exhibit. So how do you do this afternoon? Do we call you Mr. Cooper?
I call myself Cooper's apprentice.
There we go. And your name is?
Charles Bowie.
Charles
and
Bowie.
I've been doing this about 19 years.
Oh my goodness.
Lincoln's New Salem. That's where I got to start. But most of the coopering is the smaller items, such as the buckets on the table, buckets, churns, wash tubs, and I have gone to Michigan to make a small barrel like the one sitting on in the foreground there.
And the coopering is the actual piece around the wooden
The coopering
slats.
is the process of making it from the time that they start out with something like this, just pieces of wood, until they're ready to put them together like these.
Okay.
So you've got them. These.
So they match up, so that they've
they
actually.
match up,
I got it.
And then they will look like this.
And the
over here.
and then the coopering is.
Adding the iron rings, which are called hoops, that holds everything together.
Excellent. And how long would it take you to do something like that? A barrel of this size?
If I'm having a real good evening working in my home shop using hand tools, 5 to 7 hours.
Wow, long time.
Now, this tub down here I came home from a demonstration determined I needed a tub to put the scraps in. And this one probably didn't take me more than 4 hours, and I think it was pure luck more than anything else.
The slats fit together very easily and everything went according to
I had
plan.
enough scrap wood laying there in pieces, and I just had to sort through them, finish them up, and then start assembling them.
Thank you so much for taking the time and teaching me something new today. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
So now explain to me, this is called playing,
Graces.
okay, G-R-A-C-E-S,
Yes,
races.
Graces. It's a game that was played during Lincoln's era and very popular. We bring period games out for them to see how kids would have played back then, that they didn't just work all the time. They did get to play and have some fun.
And it wasn't sitting in front of a television set.
Exactly.
Got it. Another game was very common during Lincoln's time, but it involves a larger hoop and a smaller stick, and it's called
Oops.
hoops, of course. How silly of me, hoops. All right, ladies, I cannot thank you enough for spending this little bit of time with me and kind of walking through the exhibit, letting me know how important all of this is to ensuring we are preserving Lincoln's heritage, not only what he did when he went to Washington, but right here where his home was in Springfield. So thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you. Gwen, thank you very much. You're actually very, very good at hoops. Certainly not going to try and beat you at that. And Sarah, Executive Director of all of this, thank you so very, very much for your time and allowing us access.